Hello, my name is Jason Logan, and today I will be talking about my final project for Android 3.10 called the ActiveMetric LiveWallpaper. ActiveMetric is a live wallpaper for Android that will display live data in human-friendly graphical manner instead of just numbers. This application consists of two parts: a wallpaper service implementation that uses an OpenGL renderer, and a settings framework used to configure a number of data providers and tie them into properties of the wallpaper renderer. Now I will give you a quick demonstration of the application.
Here we have ActiveMetrics displayed in the list of wallpapers. If we select that, this is what it looks like without any settings, just from scratch. Click Settings here. Shows you the providers that are selected, which are none right now. The main difference between this version of this application and the previous version I made for the first class is that in this one you select the providers first and then associate those with the view properties instead of the other way around. If you select Add, let's add a provider. We'll do CPU performance first. Hit OK. Add CPU performance. You can also remove providers if you want, re-add them. If you go into the provider, you can see the settings for that provider. Right here is the refresh rate. It's just how often that data is updated. Let's change this to 1 second, which is this in milliseconds. Go to View Properties, and you can associate this provider with property on the view. Let's select background color, and we can go into that view property and configure that. For this, since none of the values coming back from this provider are going to be negative, we just have to worry about max color and zero color. So for max color, let's select red for the most activity, and then zero color. Let's do gray, or actually, here we'll just pick any color. Here we go. So then, if we go out, go back to the main screen here, we can see that now it is background colors fluctuating depending on our CPU performance. So the redder it is, the more load it has. So then we can go back in the settings, add stock quotes. Okay. Go to stock quotes. Right now it's set at IBM. It could be any symbol. Right now I only have it supporting one symbol, but I'm planning to add more symbols, so you can add like an array of symbols. Fresh rate, that has to be high because if it's not, then the Yahoo Financial Services will block your IP. So we go to View Properties, associate this with View Property, and we could say particle count. And then let's go in here. So say the maximum number of particles to be 100, and the minimum we can say would be 5. Actually, let's make that 20. Okay, so let's go out and see what that does. So now we see there's less particles. So the number of particles are now changing based on the value I got back from Yahoo Financial Services. So let's go add another one. We'll add the Gmail. It's okay. Go into here. Two general settings, rate of change, which is saying that it will accumulate the change rate for over a certain number of minutes. Like here we have 10 minutes. And then refresh rates every second, that's fine. View properties. Our last one we haven't assigned yet is particle speed. Let's do that. Go to particle speed, say max value is 100, min value is 1, and then let's go back, and right now it's kind of slow just because I don't have any new unread emails. So if we go set the wallpaper, and then if I send myself an email, sending myself an email right now, actually I'll send myself a couple emails. And then momentarily we should see the particles speed up. Okay, so we have two new emails, so the particles have sped up quite a bit.
Here we have a simplified diagram of the application structure. The wallpaper service contains an OpenGL renderer class, and the preferences contain the provider classes, and both of those contain custom annotations which are used by my preferences framework to create the preferences screens. These preferences are represented by a tree of business entities which are loaded and saved from Android shared preferences. Once the user has finished setting preferences and the wallpaper service has become visible, then for each provider configured, a timer task will be created which will be scheduled to run the provider at the configured refresh rate, at which point it will query some external data, then convert that data, which would be a float, into a value that can be used by the associated view property using some formulas. The associated property of the renderer will then be set with this new value and used next time that the renderer is redrawn. In summary, I learned that OpenGL is a bit more complex than I thought it was going to be. It's going to take me some more time to get used to it. Also, learned that preference fragment is not supported by Android support package, so I had to partially use my own preferences UI. As far as useful information from this course that I put to work were the information we learned about fragments to produce the provider detail screen. Also, I used what we learned about content providers to pull to interact with the Gmail service to pull unread email count. As far as interesting technical considerations, one of them was just trying to figure out how to find the color between two ARGB colors using a percentage. And then the other one was just trying to figure out the best way to generate preference screens using reflection. As far as the future goes, I'm planning to develop this application a little further for eventual publication. Also have to fine-tune the providers and the view properties so that they interact with each other a little more smoothly. Also planning on adding some more providers and allowing the user to plug in additional providers. Also planning to create additional wallpaper services using the framework that I've developed. And that is the end of the presentation. Thank you for watching.